But first, let's begin with what you need to know before heading out to your polling location.
And there's more questions we're looking to answer for you this morning. Our Dylan Valencia is live outside of a polling location in Belvedere. Dylan, what should our viewers know before casting their vote today?
Well, Claudia, Manny, the sun is coming up, and that means these doors right behind me are open, along with the doors at several other polling locations across our state. So several things to keep in mind. And before you head out the door to vote, I want you to double check that registration card. You're going to want to look at that because several polling locations may have changed. And the last thing you want to do, especially if you're on a time crunch, is end up at that wrong polling location. So again, double check that you are at the right location. Now, let's just say you have not gotten a chance to register to vote. Do not worry, you can still head to your correct polling location today to cast that vote, but you must bring 2 valid forms of IDs. We have a list of those on our website, wrex.com, in case you're unsure of what you can bring. And it's important to keep in mind that one of those IDs have to have the physical address that you currently live at in order to vote. Now, again, you can vote anytime today at your correct polling location all the way up until 7 p.m. So if you are in line by 7 p.m. to vote, remember, it is your right to vote and you will still be allowed to vote. Now, another key thing to keep in mind, that if you are registered, an ID is not required, but it's still important to have one just in case. Now, when we're talking about mail-in ballots, as long as that mail-in ballot is postmarked by today, March 19th, your vote can still count. So a lot of important things to keep in mind before you head out to the polls, again, especially if you're on a time crunch, but they've been open for about 30 minutes now and you have until 7 p.m. Now, there are a lot of different things affecting us locally here when it comes to impacting taxes, and there's several different referendums that we're going to break down for you, and I want to break down the one here in Boone County where I am at. Now, voters will decide if North Boone Fire District 5 will merge with District 3, meaning Caper and Rescue will no longer be the primary emergency services provider in District 5. Now, this vote comes months after Fire District 5 put out a petition at their residents' request. Now, some want a different option for that ambulance service so that they can make it to emergencies much faster. They initially tried to collaborate with the Harlem-Roscoe Department, but when that got shut down, District 3 agreed to the merger, and if that vote is approved today, that could actually impact your housing taxes. So a lot of things to keep in mind on that referendum. Manny, Claudia, I know you guys are about to break down things impacting other counties as well. So again, remember these tips. For now, I'll send it back to you both in studio.